It's your favorite host, Marcus of Gentleman Style Podcast Show. And today I have a unique gentleman coming to the platform today. He is a professional mattress tester. He's been doing this for over 10 plus years, testing mattresses all over the United States. And he is here to help us figure out how to get the best mattress, the best bang for a buck, the best sleep ever. This man is absolutely phenomenal. He is a true entrepreneur in the truest sense, venturing out. He has an incredible mind, but he chose this special niche because he realized something that we all needed, which is we're spending way too much money as consumers, and he has helped focus it down to a critical point where he actually allows you to do a quiz on his website and figure out what mattress is right for you. And his brand, his company is called NapLab, and he is here on the Gentleman Style Podcast stage, and he's blessing us with his wisdom, his insight, his informational, and it's so much more to unpack in this episode. So, jam-packed. So, without further ado, help me welcome to the stage the incredible Mr. Derek. Welcome, Mr. Derek. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for that glowing introduction. I'm not sure I deserve it, but thank you.
You do deserve it, sir. You've done an incredible job, an incredible phenomena, and it's something unique. And so you have done all the work, and so you are necessary. And that's why you created NapLab. And it's necessary, it's needed, or else you wouldn't be doing. Because you have an incredible mind. You could do anything else you wanted to. But I have to ask, why NapLab? Why did you get into testing mattresses, over 400 plus mattresses across the United States? What's your favorite Pokemon? Is Snorlax? What's going on there?
Just, really quiet by accident. Growing up, I had no real aspirations of being a professional mattress tester. But, when my wife and I got married in 2014, we were sleeping on my old innerspring mattress at the time. And we wanted to upgrade to sort of a new mattress that was a king size, a little bit bigger, a little more space. And so we did kind of the whole in-store experience. We went into stores trying beds, laying on beds. We found a bunch we liked, but we're looking at beds that are $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. We're pretty frugal people, and young newlyweds didn't really have any money to speak of. So we just couldn't pull the trigger on these a $5,000 bed. So we ended up taking a chance on these new online mattresses that were kind of just coming out at the time. We ordered one sight unseen. We tried it for a couple weeks. It was okay, not a great fit, so we ended up returning it. But that sort of opened our eyes to like some other brands that were online. Tried another one. It was a little bit better. And we liked that, ended up keeping it. And fast forward, another couple of weeks after having slept on that second mattress, I had now kind of had sort of two in-home experiences with two sort of up-and-coming mattress brands in 2014, all this sort of experience in store, trying stuff. And I just, kind of threw up a couple of quick reviews, some comparisons, some notes about the in-store experience, sort of like what worked for me and how our journey sort of unfolded, and put it up onto a website. And, it just, it blew up. And, within, a matter of weeks, we were getting really just an insane amount of traffic. Within, just a couple of months, I had replaced my sort of full-time salary income and, started seriously looking at, like, I could really do this. And it seemed to be something that people wanted. They kept asking for more reviews, more tests. And it was clearly, meeting a need. So it felt like a no-brainer by that point to give it a go.
That's huge. And that's significant. So let me get this straight. This came out of necessity for you and your wife as newlyweds to kind of save some money. And your reviews help so many more people that the demand just came at you, where people saw how in-depth your reviews are. Tell us, how in-depth do you go with these reviews? Are you looking for quality? Are you reviewing it for sleep benefits? Are you reviewing them? What is the process on how you review a mattress? Can you share any?
Yeah, absolutely. All the above and more. So the sort of the basis of our reviews is sort of 10 objective and data-driven tests. So while subjective assessment and expert analysis, it's important, and we do that, we really believe that everything needs to be informed by data. So we take objective measurements on the temperature readings on the mattress, use the accelerometer to do motion transfer. We do high-speed videography to measure response, and 7 other tests. And for each test, we try to have some sort of objective measurement device so that we are able to get quantifiable data about these different points on a mattress that are important to most sleepers. We take sort of all of that information. It goes kind of into our back-end databases where it basically goes through these mathematical formulas that spits out an exact score for each factor, an overall score. And perhaps most importantly, it tells us how that mattress objectively compares to everything else we've ever tested. So we can get really interesting insights and say, okay, well, this mattress is in the top 10% of cooling performers, but it's in the bottom 30% when it comes to motion transfer. And then it becomes really easy when consumers come to our website and they already kind of have it in their mind. They're like, oh, I've got to have something that's cool and low motion transfer, and it's great for sex. And if those 3 things are met, they know they're going to have a great mattress. And we're able to very easily show them those beds that meet the criteria that are important to them.
Absolutely. You said something here with motion transfer. What is that broken down? What is motion transfer, and why is that important for me as a consumer to be aware of, cognizant of?
So motion transfer is just the amount of motion that is felt across the mattress when partners move around during the night, get in and out of bed. And so you may have seen this with sort of the classic sort of Tempur-Pedic wine glass test. They had that commercial where they would drop, something on one side and they have a glass of red wine on the other side, and it would just barely move just a little bit. And so mattresses that have less motion transfer are able then to accommodate partners who, again, are maybe getting up at different times, going to bed at different times, moving around during the middle of the night. And when there's less motion transfer, partners are less likely to disturb each other during the night, and you can just get a better sleep for both partners.
I like that. I like that. You're talking about the commercial where they drop a bowling ball on
Yes.
top of the bed and the wine glass sits still. It's
Yep.
it's I love that commercial, and I think it really did a number for sales. Absolutely, absolutely. What kind of mattresses you and your wife are sleeping on today? Can you share, or that's
Oh,
classified?
yes. No, no, no. My wife and I, we sleep on a mattress called Lumen Leaf. It is a sort of a higher end luxury level sort of memory foam mattress. Expensive, but not insanely so. I think it's like 2.5K for a king. It's if you like memory foam, you'll love it. It has really good low motion transfer, incredible pressure relief and comfort, and that contouring body hug. Not to be fair, not everybody likes that feel. There are some shortcomings, like it's not the absolute coolest. It doesn't have the absolute best edges or the absolute best sex performance. But in the areas that are really important to us, that pressure relief and body contouring, it really works out well. So we really love the feel of memory foam.
Is there any? Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that personally, because that's personal to you and your family, right? What mattress and you have to kind of stay objective, especially in what you do, right? Because someone could say, "Well, Derek sleeps on this, so that's the kind of mattress I should have." When that might not be the case. Is there any consideration to body type? If I'm stocky or a bigger guy, is there a particular thing? What if I don't have an idea of my weight transfer or that I should be striving for? If I'm a bigger guy, what kind of mattress should I be leaning towards? Or if I'm a smaller person, what kind of mattress should I be leaning towards? Any thoughts there or expertise there?
Absolutely. So it kind of depends on how big, right? Most mattresses are designed to support up to 300 pounds per side. Once you get over that weight limit, that's when you get into an area where something like an HD or a plus size mattress can be a good fit. These types of mattresses are made and tuned with specific foam densities, foam layers, total thickness, and coil gauge that they are able to better support that weight and ensure that the mattress stays supportive for a longer duration and it is able to basically fully last the warranty term. When you are over 300 pounds and sleeping on, a non-HD, non-plus size mattress, you may find that it's not creating enough support. The mattress doesn't last as long, and it can, in some cases, simply void the warranty. Many manufacturers have a hard line at 300 pounds or 250 pounds where you have to be inside that in order for the warranty to be valid. And so for bigger folks, those HD and plus size mattresses can definitely be a big factor to consider. Lighter weighted sleepers are kind of the almost the opposite. So, in terms of support, the mattress is going to be perfectly fine for even lighter weight sleepers. But the issue kind of comes into it being too firm in some cases. So lighter weight sleepers, especially those 130 pounds and less, sometimes we'll want to go with a softer plush mattress, just to get the amount of like pressure relief and softness and comfort that is, again, tuned to their bodies. And then when we start looking at, different factors like sleeping position, that can also sort of change which mattress types and firmnesses are going to be best for sort of light, moderate, and heavier weighted bodies.
I wish I had found you when I purchased my mattress, right? Because I think I thought I was doing something. I forget the brand, so forgive me. I purchased a mattress that had basically one side was soft and one side was firm, and so I thought I was getting the best of both worlds. Like, oh, I feel softer today, or I feel firmer today, and I thought I was getting the best of both worlds. But actually, just like you said, that bed was not good for sexual activity, right? Because that bed was terrible, and it was kind of like a flat. Um, it was one or the other, right? You had to choose, and so when being intimate, depending on how carried away you may get, that may not work when you're literally rolling over or switching positions and you're now on the soft side and now your partner is dangling over the side of the bed. That's not cool. And so I had no idea that that's something to consider when buying a mattress. Do you see those types of reviews like, hey, me and my wife rough house, or me and my wife are kind of steady? Should they get a firmer mattress or no?
It depends, right? And a lot of couples and people will say, oh, firmer mattresses, they've found better for sex because they have a little bit more bounce. They're going to create better support, especially when you have, two people in the same area of the mattress. But when it comes to sort of higher quality mattresses, if you are buying, a higher and higher quality mattress, you can get something that's, soft, medium, or firm, and it will still create enough support within some reason. Of course, specific preferences on like, certain couples just really love memory foam, but they may not realize that memory foam, even at firmer configurations, is going to make it more difficult for sex because you have lower bounce, the material response time of the mattress, which is how quickly the mattress is able to sort of return and recover to its original shape. That's going to be slower. It just makes it more difficult to just be amorous on the mattress. So certainly that can be a factor. But here, price point and quality can be a big factor as well. So you definitely can get mattresses that are soft and medium and still provide that performance level, but depending on the quality of the materials, and then also just depending on the mattress type itself. All foam are going to have worse bounce and generally be more difficult for sex, whereas hybrids and coil mattresses are usually going to be better.
Absolutely. Gave you that spring in your step, so you can take a kind of a break, right? You're being intimate, and you were bouncing, she's bouncing, and you have no support. Imagine a marshmallow, because that's what happened. I'm sinking into a marshmallow while I'm being intimate. That's not cool. That's not cool, and that's not comfortable. Now my partner's knees are hurting, my back is killing me. It's not a good time. It's not a good time. So thank you for breaking that down. I wanted to ask this little controversial question. Do you think mattress companies, especially with the experience you had when you and your wife were first time shoppers, do you think mattress companies often overhype their products to justify the outrageous prices? Or do you think they're kind of aligned and they're actually selling you quality when they say it's quality? Because I don't see any mattress company saying, yeah, my product's not that good. Like no one's going to
No.
say that, right?
Yeah, no, I think most mattress brands massively overhype and inflate the performance, using all kinds of crazy marketing speak and branding. I think it actually would be more controversial for me to say they didn't. For really 3 decades plus, we've seen sort of prices on mattresses just get sort of crazier and crazier and crazier, and really only within the last 10 to 8 years or so here that they've started to come down a little bit as sort of some of these newer interests have come to the market to really put pressure on sort of the bigger players, the Tempur Sealy of the world. So yes, and this isn't to say that smaller or medium-sized companies don't overhype their products. Well, they absolutely do. So it can be really difficult for even somebody as experienced as I am to sort of cut through the nonsense, because you read what a mattress brand says about their mattress, and it's got it's got a cooling diamond infused cover, and it's got gel infused memory foam and microparticle gel hyperelastic polymer this, and it's just it all sounds amazing. But by the time we get that thing, we cut open the side, we look at the mattress and say, oh, okay, that's a 3-inch memory foam, that's a 2-inch polyfoam layer, and an 8-inch pocketed coil unit with no reinforced edge support, and we can start to look at that mattress very objectively.
Absolutely. So here on his Instagram page, y'all, he does a very thorough, in-depth review of that mattress. And so when he says he's cutting in and he's doing all the tests for you, he really is. Him and his partners, and it's you yourself, Mrs. Derek. Is this you do all the reviews yourself? You're testing them out?
I'm the lead tester on all of our reviews, but this is definitely a team effort now. So we've got, I guess we have 5 full-time employees here in the office, and then we have 4 other contractors as well that are out of the office that help us with the video work. So we have a full team, and with the number of mattresses that we have coming through, we try to test 2 mattresses each week. So by the time we get through testing and data analysis and photography and videography and writing and drafting and scripting and editing, it is a lot of work, and so it really takes a team to operate at this level.
It absolutely does. I can imagine. This is a full-time gig for you. So when you do these reviews, you're doing these reviews at NapLabs, or are you doing these reviews in-house at the actual company who produces the mattress? Or do you buy the mattress and then bring it in-house and then test it? How do you work now?
Yes. So some mattresses we purchase, some mattresses get sent to us for free from the brand. Everything is tested in our sort of NapLab office and studio, which is where I'm at right now. And so this is where we literally right behind me is where I'm doing all of the testing, all of the photos, all of the videos. So the first 120 mattresses that we tested, we did those were actually tested like in my bedroom. So my wife and I would literally sleep on it for a week, and then I would write my analysis and my review. Our most recent 300, 305 or so have been done right here in this studio. And so those more recent 300 have really been with our new system, where it's trying to do the 10 data-driven tests to try to create as much objective and quantifiable information about each mattress as possible, which just lets us create a level of analysis that without all of that data, without all those numbers, you just cannot speak in as informed and objective terms as you would if you just slept on the mattress.
Absolutely. Do you think so? I'm not knocking what you're doing. You are absolutely necessary. But do you believe mattress companies should be more detailed and provide more detailed information on their potential mattress allergens and the products that they're selling? Do you think that they should provide more details?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're here in 2025. I think we really need like almost like a nutritional label on the mattress. We have sort of the law tag that we got in the 1900s, and that's great, but it is a basic, bare bones, absolute minimum. And then there are so many ways that mattress companies sort of hide the real details of what's in the mattress while still being truthful and within the scope of what the law tag requires. But I would love to see almost like a nutritional label where we can get some real granular information on what were the chemicals and ingredients used to make this polyurethane foam layer. You just saying it's 100% polyurethane foam is not particularly helpful. And same way when we talk about allergens, latex, wool, fiberglass, these are all common issues, common allergens if they're exposed outside the mattress. And for some sleepers, just laying on them is enough to create that exposure. So making it crystal clear what is in that mattress, so consumers that know that they have a latex allergy or that they are concerned and they really want to avoid fiberglass, those should be things that consumers are aware of so they can make more informed decisions.
Are you telling me, did I hear you correctly? There are mattresses with fiberglass in them?
Many
What?
mattresses with fiber. So federal law in the United States requires mattress meet a certain level of flammability resistance, essentially. And fiberglass is essentially the cheapest way to do it without chemicals. So, we back up, a couple of decades, sort of the fire retardant chemicals were more common. And then there was sort of an uproar about that. And so they stopped using those. And then instead, they sort of infuse fiberglass into an interior cover that sort of, as it melts, it sort of quashes the flames. It is effective, But if that escapes out of the mattress, that can, irritate the skin, get into the air, irritate the lungs. There've been a number of lawsuits in this space where consumers have successfully sued mattress brands who use fiberglass, and then the fiberglass escaped and did harm to them. So I'm pleased to see that within more recent years, more and more mattress brands are moving away from it and using other non-fiberglass alternatives. So that's great to see. But there are still a large number of brands out there that have fiberglass in the mattress.
Where can I identify on the label of the mattress, or should I just ask the retailer, "Hey, does this mattress have fiberglass?" Are they going to tell me, or where can I find out that this mattress has something that I'm allergic to?
So unfortunately, the law tag and the label won't tell you necessarily. Sometimes it's disclosed, but there are any number of ways where they can basically get around disclosing it through one or more loopholes. So if there is no fiberglass in the mattress brand will usually be abundantly clear because they're very proud of that fact. They know it's important to people. So if you look around on the website on their FAQ pages, they'll usually say fiberglass free, no fiberglass. If you don't see that anywhere, you can email them or open a chat with the brand and just ask them directly. But the question needs to be absolutely laser focused. It needs to be, is there any fiberglass anywhere in this mattress? Full stop. If the answer is anything but no, there is almost certainly fiberglass somewhere in that mattress. One major mattress brand I saw years ago did this where I asked them this question and they responded with, "There's no fiberglass in the foams and there's no fiberglass in the cover," which was true. But what that didn't mention was there was a cover between the cover and the foams that had the fiberglass in it. So there was still fiberglass in the mattress. And unless you are absolutely laser focused with the way you ask the question, their customer service reps may be instructed to answer in such a way that sort of denies that they have it, even though it's probably there.
Wow. 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 That is incredible. That's crazy that they're going to try and loop that in there and try and loop you around and oh my gosh. So y'all, on NapLabs, do you guys kind of identify which mattresses have a potential for any of those allergens in there?
We do. So we have a ongoing fiberglass page list that just has every mattress that we've tested, and we have tried to do the legwork for everybody. So we know the ones that definitely do, and the ones that definitely don't, and then we have some in the middle where we're just not sure. We have done our due diligence. We've asked the questions. We've done the research, and the brand is just so cagey with the response that the probability is that the ones that we've marked as unclear do have fiberglass, but we don't have such absolute clarity to make that assertion at a 100% level, essentially.
Wow. Wow. But again, y'all check it out. Check out his website. That's huge, right? We need to notice. You need to notice, especially for allergens. People could be suffering in silence, right? They could be suffering in silence and not even realize they're cleaning their house. They have the most pristine house imaginable, and their mattress is causing their allergies and not even know it. And so that is
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's scary because you may not even realize just sort of how it's impacting your sleep or your health or your breathing. So if that's something that you think might be going on and you want to sort of rule it out, but you can't afford a new mattress yet, getting a full encasement waterproof mattress protector, which is basically a full zipper 6-sided encasement that goes around the mattress, that would at least be sure that everything in the mattress stays in the mattress. And so you can sort of contain fiberglass, leaks with that, or anything else allergen-wise that you are afraid is coming out of the mattress. That's a relatively inexpensive way to sort of, rule that out as far as a health impact.
Ooh, I like that tip. You see that? You see that pro level tip that he just gave? If he had a microphone, I wish he could drop it. Right? That was a pro tip right there. That's huge. That's significant. Speaking of waterbed, right? That's something I remember back in the day. You have that one uncle, that one crazy aunt that had the waterbed that everybody used to love playing on. How comfortable? Have you done a review yet on a waterbed? Those traditional waterbeds, and they seem to have faded out, but you can still find them here and there lingering. What in the world was going on with a waterbed? And can you give a quick review of the waterbed things that people should be aware of? Who's it good
Yeah.
for? Who's it not good for? Why is it faded off?
Good question on why it's faded off. My best guess would be it's complicated, expensive, and more smoke and mirrors in terms of performance than anything else. So I've only tested one water bed in my career. It was in 2015, and even then it was sort of infused with foam and coils and sort of a weird sort of hybrid specialty configuration, and it had these almost like modular water sacks, and you would like put them in between channels of the bed, and then you could fill them up at certain levels to create different levels of firmness. It was a very interesting and novel design, but in terms of performance, it wasn't especially impressive, and it was insanely expensive and took forever to set up and forever to adjust and forever to disassemble. So I really don't see many water beds in the market. I mean, like I said, I think if you go out there and look for them, you can find them. But it's definitely an area that I don't have much experience with in the last decade, having only tested one.
Would you sleep on a waterbed today?
No, I don't think so. I mean, they're fun. They're fun for a little while. Growing up for I don't know 5 or 6 years, my dad had one, and it was one with the single tube. You're just the ocean up there. So I remember as a kid it being like, oh, this is the best. Wow, everyone should have a water bed. But yeah, I think seeing how far kind of mattresses have come in the last couple of decades here, it's hard to imagine water beds keeping up with hybrids and memory foam and some of the other materials that we have today.
So true. So true. Mr. Derek, y'all. Spilling the tea on Gentleman Style Podcast Show. You all have been incredible. We got to pay some bills. Speaking of bills and money, we got to pay some bills. You guys don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Support for Gentleman Style Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers you precision engineering tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off free worldwide shipping with the code GENSTYLE at manscaped.com.
Are you a local business looking to offer your customers easy access to cash without having to travel miles? We're here to help. At Norman Legacy Investments, we provide free ATMs with free installation that provide a suitable investment for your business. Even better, we offer you some profit sharing and handle everything from start to finish. Just reach out to us today to schedule a free consultation.
We are back to the Gentleman Style Podcast Show, and we have the incredible Mr. Derek from NapLab. His company is spilling the tea on hundreds of reviews that they have left on mattresses across the United States. And do you test mattresses overseas, Mr. Derek?
When we can get them. So we've done a handful from Australia, a handful from the UK. And then a ton from Canada. So right now, our focus continues to be on Canada and the United States. In the future, I definitely do want to do more. I think probably the UK will be our first sort of major sort of international market that we go to, because many of the brands that we've tested are already there. So we'll be looking to expand in there, but that's probably 2026 at the earliest.
Absolutely. That's fair. No, that's fair. That's huge. I can't imagine that. That would be incredible when you launch it. I'd love to have you back on when you do. Compare notes, maybe even so, and you can share that insight on your socials. I'm definitely following for sure, because this is necessary. What are your thoughts? I'm getting a little personal here. What are your thoughts on the Sleep Number? Because I feel like the Sleep Number really did in a lot of mattress companies and really kind of killed it for other mattress companies, because the mattress and the bed itself can become what you need it to become. So for me in the beginning, buying a bed and it's the wrong size or it's the wrong fit or it doesn't fit me, a cheat code I feel like is the sleep number, because I can make it what I want it to be. I can make it firm, I can make it soft, I can make it elevate my knees or elevate my head. What are your thoughts on the sleep number bed, and how do they rank compared to everybody else? Because they can cheat essentially.
Yeah. So Sleep Number and other mattress brands that have adjustable firmness can be really good. With respect to Sleep Number, I've been pretty disappointed in their lower end line. The mattresses that are, let's say sub $4,000. You just see more problems with edge support, with couples using the mattress, with general performance, and those types of mattresses. You're often just the material quality that sort of surrounds that central singular air bladder just isn't as high end as what you get in their nicer mattresses. Now, as you sort of step up that 4, 5, 6, 10K level mattress, their super highest end premium one, you get some really impressive performance. I think there is no question that those mattresses are really strong performers, but you know they are insanely expensive. I think by any reasonable measure of sort of monetary value, spending 10K for a mattress feels as insane to me today as it did then. Is it a good mattress? Yes, but there are so many other mattresses that are at that same level or near that level, or otherwise can meet the needs of the sleeper while spending just massively less money. So I think if you find that you need to adjust the firmness of your mattress a lot, then you can make an argument for it, right? Because it's something where you're actually using the adjustability. But if you, like most sleepers, set it one time and then never change it, then it's kind of a question of, well, why have the adjustability at all? Because that really is what you're paying for. It's all that adjustability and all those smart features that if you're using, great. But if you're not using it, you've paid a huge amount of money for all these features that ultimately you just aren't taking advantage of.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Most sleepers kind of, hey, I need this, and then it's kind of done and set it and forget it. And so for the average consumer who doesn't need to constantly adjust, like I can imagine, if I get a sports injury, maybe I want to elevate my legs, but that's not happening every day. And hopefully that's not happening every week or every month.
And,
That's
and
your,
one quick note on that, you don't even have to have like a sleep number with the adjustable firmness to elevate your legs. So there is a difference between a sleep number, which is an adjustable mattress that can adjust the firmness of the mattress. Sleep number mattresses are often sold with adjustable bases, which can raise the head and raise the legs. But you can get an adjustable base for virtually any other mattress. So if getting your head and feet a different position is what's really important, just get an adjustable base and you'll save yourself a huge amount of money, as opposed to getting the adjustable base and the adjustable firmness mattress with Sleep Number or other similar brands.
Oh, it's the combo. It's the tag team combo. So I can just purchase it separately. I don't have to get them in together.
Exactly. So adjustable foundation, adjustable base. So those sort of names are interchangeable. There are a ton of models on the market. They're not cheap, but most modern mattresses today can work on an adjustable foundation, adjustable base. Always do double check with your specific brand's manufacturer just to make sure that it's compatible, but the vast majority are compatible.
Absolutely. I want to ask a kind of tricky question here. Have you ever been, because you do reviews and you receive reviews, providers send you mattresses to do reviews on. Have you ever been, have you ever been tempted or offered a bribe for a positive review?
Tempted, never. But yes, they often bribe lots of sort of sketchy under the table language. Many brands have gotten very sophisticated in how they sort of deal with their viewers. And, I can understand their perspective. They're trying to get as good a review in as many places as they possibly can across the internet. And if that means they've got to, pay a little bit extra to get there, they will. At NapLab, we don't play that game. We have no pay to play, no sponsored content, no pay for placement, no pay for priority, nothing like that. So while many brands will offer, we stick to a very strict editorial policy and just stay as far away from that. Because at the end of the day, I want to be able to just do our tests and our order and write the review based on that data and not be influenced by anything else.
A moral compass, y'all. He has a moral compass. He has a moral heart and that's big because I can see a provider reaching out to you and saying, "Hey, this man has a huge following. This man is doing detailed reviews. If we can get a positive review from NapLab to sign off on it, and that brand, and I can put that brand in everywhere on my website. I can put it everywhere. That speaks paramount, right? Because everybody wants that kind of stamp of approval. NapLab approved. I can see that. Do you do that? Do you offer that service for companies that are like, hey, NapLab thumbs up or no?
We don't have any sort of, licensed graphic pack or thumbs up or badge or anything like that. Many times brands will, take scores or screenshots from our website and post them on their product page. We do our, best of mattress list every year, and the winners of that will send that out, but that's not like something they have to pay for. It's not something they request. Any time that they have sort of met the qualifications to have earned a spot on one or more of our best of lists, then they get the badge and they can use that if they will or where they will. They don't have to, but it's there if they need it. But it's not something that they pay for or can otherwise get from us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Perfect. I wanted to ask your opinion. What's your stance on mattress warranties and the fine print that consumers are often overlooking or should be conscious of in those warranties or in that fine print? What are some things that people are overlooking and missing? Should I get the warranty? Should I not get the warranty?
So paying for extended warranties, I think, is rarely worth it. Most mattress brands are going to include a warranty. Most of the time, it's going to be 10 years. Sometimes you'll see 15, 20, 25 years. Sometimes you'll see the lifetime warranty. The things to look for in the warranty are as follows. Number one, look for the sinkage depth, or the sagging, the body impression depth covered by the mattress. Good mattress brands are going to cover a sinkage depth of, let's say, 1 to 1.5 inches. And in rare cases, you'll see 0.75 inches, but some brands will say, oh, we're only going to cover it warranty issues when there is 2 inches or 2.5 inches of sinkage. When you start to get much beyond 1.5 inches, you're getting into a seriously massive depth on the mattress, such that it's probably been causing you problems for a long time. So always double check to see the depth that they require before they will do something when it comes to body impression, sinking, and sagging. In addition, especially when you're looking at 15, 20, 25, but especially lifetime warranties, you want to look at the fine print to see if and how the warranty is prorated. So normally the terms will be pretty good for years 0 to 10. And then after that, they will get progressively sort of worse and worse and worse, because they know that's when you're likely to have issues. And so you want to see what that warranty is covering in those years. Normally that prorated period is fine, because most mattresses are really likely only to last, around 10 years anyway. They may offer a lifetime warranty, but the effect is that after years 10, the warranty begins to get sort of worse and worse and worse. So you're getting less and less with each subsequent year. So I think more generally speaking is like, it's great to see 15, 20, 25 lifetime warranties, but understand that that's more of a marketing play than necessarily an actual lifetime. The mattress that you buy with a lifetime warranty is not going to last your lifetime. It's just not. Those warranties are structured in such a way that it is a useful service and a nice addition, usually for consumers, but it does not mean the mattress is going to last forever. And depending on how they have prorated the warranty, that may make it, better or worse for you, depending on what you are sort of expecting out of those terms.
That's good. That's real. We are in tax season, right? So everybody's filing their tax returns. Everybody's filing their return, trying to get some money back from Uncle Sam. And so I need a new mattress. I'm a young man, young woman in the audience, and I need a new mattress, but I don't necessarily have all the funds to get a new mattress today. Are there any tips or pro level tips that you can offer someone that they can add to revitalize their current mattress while they save up to purchase a better mattress? Any pro tips there?
Yes. So number one, support the foundation, the bed frame for your mattress. So often, especially when you have an older mattress or you just have a bed frame that's not super high end, the frame foundation itself may not be providing enough support for that mattress. So if you can replace that with a nicer, newer, highly supportive, high quality foundation, that's great. If you need something, sort of a band-aid solution, just sheets of plywood on top of your existing frame will turn your existing frame essentially into a platform style foundation. That, in most cases, is going to provide much better support for the mattress, and that's going to, in turn, improve the performance of the mattress itself. I think number two, then, mattress toppers. Mattress toppers is a great way to extend the life of your current mattress. That's going to add an immediate additional lever of comfort and pressure relief for sleepers. When you are shopping for a topper, go with at least a 3-inch topper. Usually, memory foam is going to be the way to go. Polyfoam is fine if you don't see memory foam. Latex can be good, especially if you like more natural and organic materials. However, latex does have a more polarizing feel. So while latex is durable and resilient and springy and cool, that doesn't mean you're going to like the feel. So for most sleepers, I think a 3-inch memory foam or polyurethane foam topper is going to be a better solution. And as far as just getting some additional life out of your current mattress, that's a great way to go. I think my last tip is then consider just getting a new pillow. The pillow is one of those things that, much like the mattress frame foundation, is so often overlooked. And you may have been sleeping on that pillow for just far too long. It's lost its support. It's lost its shape. And so a new pillow can bring that level of support for the neck, shoulders, and back. And that may end up being as much of your sort of, pain or comfort issues as anything going on with the mattress itself.
That's really, y'all see the think on this, gentlemen? The mind, the brain. Ooh, that was good. That was good. I needed to hear that. A lot of people, I feel, needed to hear that because, again, it's tax season. We're trying to save up money, and I may not have all the money I need just yet to get that new mattress. So those were some pro level tips. We're past the 101 level, y'all. This is 201 level, and Mr. Derek is spilling the tea on Gentleman Style Podcast Show. You can get this show and find Mr. Derek on iHeartRadio, Apple iTunes, anywhere you get your podcast today. He is going to be there live. Mr. Derek, what's one of the most surprising or shocking things you've learned about mattresses in over the decade that you've been testing mattresses, you and your team? What's the most craziest thing y'all have seen? Can you share?
I think one of the most shocking things is that price does not always, and often does not always, reflect performance and quality of the mattress. That's not an absolute rule, but especially when we start looking at these beds that are $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, we run them through our tests, and we get to the end, and they have the same sort of shortcomings as any mattress, and some more so. So while price is a sort of relevant indicator of quality up to a point, I think that point is around, $1,500 to $2,000 for a queen size mattress. As you start to spend more than that, especially with these more traditional sort of legacy brands that you find in major retailers and sort of super sort of niche specialized brands also, that's where you start to see you're really paying more for the brand and the marketing and all this sort of like sales speak around the mattress, because the actual performance and quality of those beds just is not that different than your like 1.5 to 2K queen size mattress.
Absolutely. Mr. Derek, what's the most expensive mattress you've ever tested? Dollar. Can you share the dollar of that mattress ever tested before?
I think the most expensive one I ever tested was a Tempur-Pedic that was $10,000.
Okay. I'm thinking like a mattress from Dubai or something, like the prince of this has slept on this bed. So 50,000. Should I buy a mattress from auction? Have you ever heard of mattresses going on auction?
I've heard that. Of course, I see, mattresses on eBay, it is a pretty frequent thing. I never bought one on auction. I think it'd be one of those things where they would be very hit or miss. If you felt like the seller was reputable and you could trust what they were saying about the trial or the terms of the warranty or where this bed actually came from, then maybe that's a good option. But I think like anything, or well, maybe not like anything, but like many products on eBay, it's very hit or miss. And you don't always know what you're getting. So I would personally feel pretty uneasy about that.
For sure. What's the worst mattress you've ever tested and why?
The worst. The worst in terms of just strictly performance. More recently, we've tested one from Costco and one from Amazon. They were like these $200 all foam mattresses, seemingly shipped straight from China. The foams are just not good. They're incredibly low quality, incredibly smelly. You can just look, feel, touch it. You lay on it. Everything about it tells me this mattress is garbage. And then by the time we get through with our objective data-driven tests, I have a series of objective numbers and quantifiable information telling me that everything, my subjective mind is screaming is reinformed. Like, listen, this is just not a good bed. There was one other one that sticks to mind, and it's a Japanese mattress, and the whole thing is made with this almost like honeycomb type resin, where they take this liquid resin and mold it into this honeycomb interwoven shape. The design is very interesting and cool, and it's very novel, but to lie on that thing, I would rather lie on the floor. It was like medieval torture device. It's just incredibly hard, incredibly firm, created pressure points. This was part of the set of 120 mattresses that my wife and I slept on for a week. I think there were only 2 mattresses that we didn't finish the 1-week test. And this is one that was so miserably uncomfortable. We only slept on it for 1 night because we literally could not continue the test beyond that.
That is uncomfortable. That's completely uncomfortable. Wow. 1 night and done. Throw it out. Get rid of it.
Yeah. It was. I guess there's somebody out there that just, if you like the firmest, hardest mattress available, and there's many within Japan, because it's a Japanese company, that really do like that extra firm feel, that are going to feel comfortable on that. But certainly for myself and my wife, and I would venture to say the vast majority of U.S. consumers, it was just way, way too firm.
Absolutely. That's so real. Where do you see the future of mattress industry evolving into? Where do you see the future heading? Do you see us? I see the commercials, right? And they're always pushing this envelope of it's like you're sleeping on air. Do you see us ever hitting that point where we're actually sleeping on air, or the future in that?
That's a great question. Based on the market right now and what we've seen from air mattresses in the last 2 decades, I would say probably no. I think there is a functional limitation to what air mattresses and adjustable air mattresses are able to accomplish. And it's hard to imagine the type of material leap that would need to be made for those types of beds to outperform polyurethane foam, memory foam, and coils. So as far as sort of where we go if it's not air, that's tough to say. I'm looking back on the last 10 years, we've seen some sort of, more novel and unique materials with like Purple's Grid, especially is a good example. We've seen really smart beds with like Sleep Number's, 360 climate and the 8 Sleep. But more than that, we've seen just a gradual move forward with higher performance, better formulation polyurethane and memory foam materials, especially those that sit on top of higher performance but less expensive pocketed coil units. So this sort of, is sort of driving the performance of the materials from a, just manufacturing standpoint, like the chemical composition of the foams, while at the same time we're slowly getting prices sort of chipped away, so we're still able to get the high performance and longevity that people want, but the prices are becoming more affordable. And I think the price pressures coming from more of the online breads are putting pressure on many of the more traditional legacy mattress brands, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Simmons, Sealy of the world, to reduce their prices to be competitive. So I think that's great for consumers in the long term in terms of price.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. What are some of there's a huge movement for natural, right, and being good to the environment. Can you name one of the brands off the top of your head that are really good? Like, it's made out of bamboo shoots. It's really good for the environment. Even if you throw it away, it'll cause minimal impact to the environment. Any brands come to mind when it thinks about saving our environment and waste management?
So there are a lot of good brands out there doing natural, organic, eco-friendly, more sustainable mattresses. The one that comes to mind that is my personal favorite and the one that's got the best performance on our test is the Birch and Birch Luxe. It has great certifications in terms of organic materials, natural fibers, and so that one is really impressive. But there are a lot out there. If you are looking for a more natural, organic mattress, definitely look for the specific certifications. You want to try to find something that has the sort of internationally recognized certifications, because those are going to be sort of a stamp of approval to make sure that what they are saying about the materials in terms of where they come from, how sustainable they are, how eco-friendly they are, and how organic they are is better.
Love it. Jealous. Love this, love this, love this. This is huge, and this is why, again, y'all, I had to invite Mrs. Derek on the show. This is incredible. One more round of applause for Mrs. Derek. We have to let this incredible speaker go. This man is absolutely phenomenal. Mrs. Derek, you have shared so many nuggets, so much insight to this episode, and given back in a huge, huge way. If you had one more nugget in the hat, if you had one more pro-level tip to share to that young boy, that young girl audience who just got their first apartment and they don't know which, they can't decide. They're just overwhelmed. They're having anxiety attacks about making their first mattress purchase. If you could share one more nugget for them, what would you say?
Do what you can to buy a reasonably good quality mattress. I know there are a lot of mattresses that are really inexpensive and cheap, and from a cost perspective, they may be very tempting. However, when you look at the vast majority of those mattresses in that sub $500 range, those types of beds are just not going to last. You buy that bed today, and 2, 3, 4 years, you're going to be replacing that bed. So if you can at least get to that $500 mark, get there, because that mattress is more likely it's going to last you that 8 to 10 year range. But especially as you get up to like $1,000, you're just more likely to get something that's a little bit better. So remember that the mattress, you're going to spend a third of your life. It's your shoes, your chair, and your mattress. You're probably going to be in one of those three things. So spend a little bit of extra money to get something that's going to be making sure to last a little bit longer.
Whew, love that. Love that. So get to that $500 mark, right? That's what I'm pulling on. Get to that $500 mark. If you can spend that much, you're going to get the best bang for your buck for the duration of time that you need until you can get to the higher levels and the higher tiers, and get that quiz. Get on that website. Sir, how can people connect with you? How can people find you? The train has left the station, but it's not too late to get on board. How can people connect with what you're doing?
So my home base is over at naplab.com, NAPLAB. There you can see all of our reviews, comparisons, best of lists, guides, and a whole lot more. We also have our mattress finder quiz there. You answer a few questions about your needs, preferences, budget. That goes straight to me. I run that through my mind and then send you back a personalized recommendation based on your specific needs, all within 24 hours.
Whew. Get on board and find out what it is. Get the right mattress, the right time, the right way. Huge, huge, huge. Mrs. Derek, I want to say this to you publicly. Never give up. We need you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for giving back in this way. And thank you for NapLab and what you all are doing there. It's huge.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, your kind words. And thank you for having me on the show. This was an absolute pleasure. So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you all. We got to let him go. We got to let this man go. He's huge. We are out of time. But connect. It's not too late to get on board. Like we end every show. Take care of your friends, take care of your family, and always, take care of business. This is Marcus Norman. I hope this message was powerful, impactful, insightful, and educational, and help you step your mattress game up to the next level. Take care of business. This is Marcus, your favorite gentleman, and Mr. Superadilistic Epialidocious, Mr. Derek from NapLab, signing off. Love you guys. Bye.